Well, hello everybody. This is going to be my second ever episode, just me flying solo. I will have a special guest tomorrow for my first cooking video. It's just Jody. It's not really that special, but she's special to me. But let's start the video. So today, the story is going to be how I got a PlayStation 5. Picture it. My wife had just given me permission to buy a PlayStation 5. I had already been secretly trying to buy it behind her back for several weeks without any luck. I guess I probably had about 20 hours of searching different drops from Target and Walmart and GameStop without any luck at all. So I decided that because, I put so much labor into it, let's say I made minimum wage here in Florida. I think it's let's say West Virginia, because I don't know Florida's minimum wage. It's like $8.75 an hour. When you times that by 20 and you have over, $175 worth of labor into it, I was kind of like, maybe I should just pay a broker, And I know everybody's like, oh my god, don't pay the broker. But it's like, how much is your time worth, right? So, it's early morning. I go to Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, that one. And I make sure that, I turn off the shipping option because it's something I want to pick up local. I decide that a lot of the police stations here in Florida, in the Orlando area, have safe drop-off zones. So I found 3 different brokers, and they were all under $900. One of them was for like $650 for the discless option, and then 2 of them was, $800, but they were kind of sketchy, and then $850 to have the disc. And I figured that if I paid more up front, if I was willing to pay more up front, then I could save money in used games and traded games later on down the line. So right now the PlayStation is $300 for the discless version and $400 for the one with the disc. So you're really paying double plus the broker's gas to get it to you. But again, it's how much is your time worth to you. Now, when I first got my PlayStation 5, it was about a month ago, and the reason why I'm doing this video now is because I had always recorded the footage for this channel, and I had always set it up even in the Facebook, the John Time Facebook that's open to the public, that I was going to start releasing content on May 1st. And as I record videos and try new things out, you guys will see my videos get better and better and better as the quality goes on. And hopefully by the end of the month, you can look at my very first video and my very last video and see a big difference in the content creator I've become. So, like I said, it was early morning, and I contacted a broker that seemed to be more upfront for a higher fee. They lived in Kissimmee, and I lived in Orlando, but halfway between both of us is a little town called St. Cloud. And the St. Cloud Police Department, right in front of the building, just happened to have a security camera in a safe trade zone. So I messaged a broker. Of course, they messaged right away. I mean, who wasn't for a $400 profit? And I told him, I was interested. And I asked him if he accepted Zelle. And the reason why I recommend Zelle to everyone is because you don't have to give any of your personal information, banking and routing number, to anyone else. And you don't have to have cash on hand. Cash on hand is very dangerous. So the broker said that they could accept a Zelle, and that they could meet me at St. Cloud at like, I don't know, 9:30 that day. And I was like, cool, whatever. But it was a school day, so I went ahead and left, even though it was like 7:45, and I got there at like 8:30. So I called the broker and I was like, hey, I'm an hour early, so whenever you want to leave, I'll just be like here chilling in my car waiting for you. So he was like, okay, I'll head over there right now. Of course, it took him 25 minutes. School day. I really thought that I was going to actually be sitting in traffic a lot longer than that, but you know, I was surprised. So the guy pulls up and he's with his mom, and he's got like the PlayStation. He's like, are you the guy from the picture that I saw that looks just like you? And I'm like, yeah. Are you the guy from the picture that I saw of your car, because apparently you're a transformer? And he was like, yeah, that's me. But he had a really good rating, right? Because I'm not just going to meet some like person with a bad rating or with no rating on Facebook with that much money, right? Again, Zelle, safety, police station. So his mom's like, ask him if he wants to see it. And he's like, would you like to see the PlayStation? And I'm like, you know you're in front of a police station, right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, then I don't need to see it. And he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, who hustles somebody in front of a police station? You're like literally in front of a camera. If this thing goes bad, I can file a chargeback and a police report at the same time. Like it's a bad situation if you try to hustle somebody at a police station. So we do the trade-off. It's pretty quick, you know, and then I make a call for my son's prescription for his medicine where he has VUR, and I pick up his medication on my way home, and I do the Zelle transfer, and it's like instant. It's in his bank. You know, the PlayStation 5's in my car. They got his plate and my plate, you know, on the security camera. I feel safe. I feel comfortable. I feel a little hustled because I paid, you know, $800, because he when we got there, he was like, it's 800, and I was like, oh, I thought it was 850, and he was like, no, 800's fine. So I actually paid, you know, $50 cheaper for it, but it was still, you know, $400 more than a normal one would be. But one of the main reasons I was okay with paying that is because, you know, like I said, right now you cannot find a PlayStation 5 anywhere. And if you go on YouTube, they have live United States PS5 trackers, and these people have paid like $17 a month to get in premium chats so they can speak to these other people in real time just to try to figure out how to get a PlayStation 5 and save some money from buying it from a broker. And really, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, the NVIDIA GTX series, you know, the 3000 series that dropped like a year and a half ago, still can't buy them. PlayStation hasn't even dropped a year ago yet. It's probably not going to be something you're going to be able to get for a while unless, you know, break down. And if you have more than 40 or 50 hours invested and not paying a broker for one of these PlayStations, you're kind of just, you know, you and that's something that you could just sucked it up, you know, and pulled out your little bit of money and just paid for it. And I know that that's not ideal, but really, like, if you want a new console within the next year, that's the way that it has to be done. I don't support any of this broker stuff that's happening. I would really like to see legislation, because suggested retail value has to mean something, right? If it doesn't, then you're going to have Walmart selling it for $700 or $800, because we as a consumer are willing to pay for it. And a lot of these companies are okay. PlayStation, you know, it's no skin off their back, completely selling out time after time after time after time after time. Even if the brokers never sell these PlayStations, Sony made their money. And Sony can turn around to their stock traders and say, hey, we made our money. And the people that really want them like me and you, we're either going to have to A, break down to get a broker, or play the lottery to see if we can beat a bot to get one of these PlayStations. And worst case scenario, you know, somebody out there is like, well, I'll just make my own bot. And then you get busted, you know, for terms of use abuse by Walmart, and they end up suing you. And then, you know, you lost way more than what you would have paid from just getting it from a broker. But that was my story of how I got a PlayStation 5. Alright, well that was video number 2. What a story. So I know it was very controversial, and I apologize for that, and I completely understand if you disagree with me, but now that I do have one, I can start streaming PlayStation 5 content on Twitch, so hopefully I can start doing that on the weekends, and now I can play current generation games with everybody as they come out, and that's what this channel is based on. Video games, anime, food, because I'm fat and I love food. And speaking of that, again, reminding you tomorrow, Korean barbecue night. So if you want to see Korean barbecue night, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.